Well, hello everybody. This is your host Scorpion LXB Sports, and today we're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns. I know I haven't done this in a while. We're going to be talking about prospects, who the Browns should get at number 2, should they trade back, what quarterbacks are available. Let's go through and see what we have. So, number 1, who would be available for the Browns at number 2 overall in the draft? Well, the Titans, I'm assuming, are going to get Cam Ward. So that leaves the Browns to do cavalcade of things. You can trade back. Try and get some more draft picks. This team needs some help. Offensive line, linebacker, corner, safety, running back. Maybe get an extra second in there. Other teams first, maybe next year's first for a team. A player, like a quality player. Not some third roster guy from the bench or a long snapper, Get something. I really think that you can get a home run pick, a home run player. I honestly think the guy I want at number 2, if the Browns do go number 2, is Abdul Carter. I wholeheartedly believe you pair him with Myles Garrett, and you have Tomlinson, if he's still here, Michael Hall, and you move Alex Wright to defensive tackle. That's a solid D-line right there. And you can switch out McGuire and maybe have Obo in there if he's still here. I hope he is. I know he didn't have a great year, but, sometimes you have slumps, sometimes you don't. So, I think he would be my ideal choice at number 2. If you trade back and you're like top 10, I would say get either the 2 tackles, Campbell and Banks. Either of them. I think that is really good value, and you need a left tackle desperately because Jedrick Wills is not going to be on the team next year. He's just not. And I gotta talk about him. I know people are going to be jumping for joy and are going to want Shedeur Sanders. He ain't coming here. Dion is not going to let his son play for a low market team. He's going to want him to go to a New York or a Vegas. He ain't coming here. So whoever thinks that he's going to be here, he's not. There's no way. It's going to be a John Elway or an Eli Manning situation. Like, there's no way it's going to happen. So get that out of your head. He ain't coming here. I personally don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want Dion. I don't want Shedeur. I don't like Dion. I never liked him as a coach. I think he's very hypocritical. And I think Shedeur Sanders is heavily overrated. I don't think he fits Kevin Stefanski's scheme. And I like Stefanski. And I don't want Dion anywhere near this coaching staff. I don't like him as a coach. I know that's probably a hot take, controversial. I don't care. I think he's a hypocrite, saying that football is a team sport when he was the flashiest non-team guy ever in the league. Oh, but he's grown. I don't care. You can't go from being the flashiest player whose nickname was Neon Dion and going to college football and going like, well, this is a team sport. No. I don't want Shedeur. I think he's overrated as hell. And I like Cam Ward, but I don't want him at 2. I don't like this quarterback class. There are 3 quarterbacks I would even consider taking, and I'm thinking like 3rd or 4th round. Maybe late 2nd if Dart is there. I like Jackson Dart, I like Will Howard, and I like Quinn Ewers. Now, the other one, my 4, I actually like Kyle McCord. I know Ohio State, we don't like my Kyle McCord. Hear me out. Dude had a really good year at Syracuse. He has a good size. He has a good arm. I like Howard better, but I really, really like McCord as well. Excuse me. I just don't understand how people think that Shedeur Sanders is coming here. Or the fact that I saw this, that people think that you're going to draft Shedeur Sanders and you're going to try and trade him away. Dude, you can get more for the number 2 overall pick than you will for Shedeur Sanders. Because, yeah, the team that you trade with could draft Shedeur, or they can take Mason Graham. They can take Abdul Carter. They could take Cam Ward if Tennessee doesn't take him. They can take Shedeur if they really want to. There's a lot of variables here. Like, come on. You gotta think about this. Like, don't draft Shedeur or Cam Ward in the 1st round just because we need a quarterback. Draft who you think is going to make the team actually good. Don't draft someone like that because you have to. Because here's the other thing. There's 2 quarterbacks that are going to be available on the free agency board. Because they're going to get cut. And that's Aaron Rodgers and that's Kirk Cousins. Now, I don't want Rodgers. I think he sucks. I don't like him. I think, for me, I want Kirk. You get Kirk Cousins, and you draft someone else. Honestly, I don't care. Browns, take 2 quarterbacks. I don't give a shit. Draft 2 of them if you really want to. Let's give the same circumstances that Kirk Cousins was drafted in. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you draft Jackson Dart and Will Howard in the 3rd and 4th round. I don't care. And you send Kirk Cousins too, and you cut Watson or do something with him. I don't care. Do something like that. Keep DTR on the practice squad or something. I don't understand the love for Shedeur Sanders. I honest to God just think it's because people want a quarterback. I truly believe that people just want a quarterback that has a lot of potential like he does. He's not going to work here. He will be a bust in Cleveland. He would. I think in this team and the disarray that they're in, you need a guy that is a leader and he's going to help this team get over a hump. The Browns need their own version of a Jaden Daniels, or a Bo Nix. They need someone like that. And I think someone like Will Howard would be perfect. He's just mobile enough to where he's not going to get himself in trouble. That's not going to be his first thing. He's not going to play hero ball. You know, you also have the deep threat in Judy. He throws a really good deep ball. I mean, come on. Don't take a quarterback at number 2 just because you think that you have to. There's plenty of good players in this draft. I mean, take Abdul Carter. If you don't have any good trades, take Abdul Carter. That dude's going to be a wrecker. You know, he was killing it on Penn State this year. Killing it. Now, I think it's kind of lame that he has the same number as Parsons. He is not Parsons. I wouldn't put him at Parsons' level, but he's pretty damn good. And you pair him with Myles Garrett? Come on. Think. It's a good D-line to have. Then you could switch up. Then you could switch in McGuire if you have to, who I really like. You know, you're making one of the stronger parts of the Browns stronger, and that's going to make everything else stronger with it. You know, Emerson might get better. You know, Newsome, if he stays, will get better. You know, the corners will get better from that because more pressure on the quarterback means worse passes. And what happens with bad passes? Interceptions, deflections, drops, overthrows. Get the picture? You win in the trenches. So I want the Browns to either take an O-line or a D-line. Abdul Carter, Banks, or Campbell. If you trade back, you get Banks or Campbell. If you stay at 2, Abdul Carter. Done. Simple. Now, if the Titans do take Abdul Carter, well, I don't like the idea of drafting Cam Ward 2nd overall, but I like him better than Shedeur. So if they do draft Cam Ward at 2, I will be mad, but I won't be too mad. I'll still be mad. But I'll be like, he has upside, so I'll give him that. But if you draft him, you take another flyer on a guy late. You know, just in case Cam Ward sucks. Alright. Guys, that's going to be doing it for me. I have really enjoyed making today's video. Just ranting about the draft picks. You guys know my thoughts. Please tell me yours in the comments. You know, if you think Abdul Carter would be great for the Browns, you think it'd be trash. I have no idea. You guys let me know and tell me exactly what you guys think of my takes. I know I am not a sport. I mean, I like sports, but I'm not a big sports guru. You know, I'm just me giving my own sports takes on who I want and who I don't want. And I hope that everyone can see that these are just my opinions. These are not facts. Don't take my opinions ever as fact, please. You know, I don't work with the Browns. I'm not on the phone with Kevin Stefanski or Andrew Berry. I'm not talking to any of them. You know, I'm just me. I make videos in my basement. Occasionally. Very occasionally. These are just my thoughts on what I think the Browns should do. If you guys have any different thoughts, please let me know in the comments. Alright. You guys have a good one and stay safe. Go Browns, go Guards, go Cavs, and go Buckeyes.